AP, with the new Perth team coming in, and we've seen the Dylan Brown contract, you've named some pretty elite players there in terms of who's coming off contract November 1. Do you think we're going to see a massive contract come out of Perth for 2027? Like, you know, we've seen 1.4s. Do you think that might be usurped by a Bears contract?
I reckon Cam Munster could be that guy. He could be the $2 million guy where he'd probably like to finish his career in Melbourne, but they've got so many big players that are coming off contract. You're not going to be able to keep them all. They're going to have to sacrifice someone. And I reckon it's one of those ones where they'll just say, Cam, as much as we'd love to keep you, if you can get $2 million at that other joint, we're not going to stand in your way.
No, that's right. Just on that, AP, are we clear on, or have we got some clues as to who is absolutely target number one for Perth? Do we know who that is?
No, well, that's unclear. And because at the moment they can't negotiate with anyone. Ezra Howe, who's been the Titans manager, is just been appointed as their recruitment boss. So he's obviously got a connection with Tino. But again, like to get Tino out of the Gold Coast, he's not going for less. He's on $1 million.
No.
I mean, that's crazy money
and not
for
just on $1 million, on $1 million for a long time.
He's on 1.25 for pretty most of the journey.
Ooh. Hey, just on that, AP, the Dolphins, I forget the name of the doco.
Dawn of the Dolphins.
Dawn of the Dolphins. Yeah. Dawn of the Dolphins.
Stan.
Are they doing something similar with the Bears?
Yeah, they are. And I've spoken to their CEO, Anthony DeSegli, and he wants to do it almost Welcome to Wrexham style.
Oh, right.
So he wants to, and he'd have the connections, and obviously with, all of everything that he does in the media world. And we know how big that was. And this is just fascinating. If you want to start filming now, like from these very early days, and just see how it evolves, and from November 1, like Mal on the phone, like let's see all of those things.
That's
right.
That
would be unbelievable.
AP, we actually had Wayne Jones in, who was the publican over there at the Turf Hotel. He's the publican. Who were the two Hollywood celebs involved in Wrexham again? Do you remember?
Yes, Ryan Reynolds.
And who was the other bloke?
And the bloke from Mythic Quest.
I know exactly who it is, but I'll tell you who doesn't know who it is, and it's this bloke here who we're catching up with later.
And Ryan Reynolds and Sam McKenny has spotted that.
Okay, so it's Rob McElhenney.
There you go.
Rob McElhenney, right?
The bloke from Mythic Quest. I got it right.
Yeah, but we're talking AP the other day about, and I can't wait to catch up with Boz. We're talking the other day about how if you're uncertain about a name, you kind of like roll it out, right? So as it was Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds, but according to Bozza, it's...
And Ryan Reynolds and Sam McKenny has spotted that.
That's why it's always Big Tino and it's always Marky Mark.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, with the doco too, AP, do you think, because they were trying to do a welcome to Wrexham, do you reckon they'll go outside the square with the recruits? Do you think they're going to go over to South Africa, get a rugby player? Do you think they're going to try something different? Or is it just going to be straight down the line, just try and get league guys?
No,
it feels like they might try and reach out a bit.
I think they need to. I can see them too. Like, there'll be a few marketing plays. So next time there's an NRL Combine, I reckon the Perth Bears will be all about it, because they'll go, what a story this will be. We can trace this person's journey, not just from... to the NRL, but from Allegiant Stadium, where, we're at the Combine, where we're seeing how fast they go over 40 metres. We're seeing them, their 1 rep maximum bench press. Let's see if we can get a guy from over there who's maybe never even played the game before.
Wow.
Bring him over to Perth, and then see if we can, go through the, reserve grade, all that sort of stuff, whether we've got a story like that. Imagine if something like that happens.
I know, massive.
Remember back to 95, like you were talking about 95, remember the buzz that was created with the 4 new teams coming in? You had Garrick Morgan and I think it was Anthony Herbert went to the Crushers. You had Jonathan Davies, the Welsh international, go to the Cowboys.
The Cowboys. So the Warriors, Cowboys, Reds, and who was the other
Crushers.
one? Crushers, yeah.
Yeah,
Crushers.
And you had like Brandy, Phil Blake. There was Dean Bell and Fronto Bodica, who were big in Wigan back then, that Wigan dynasty over there. You had Mark Guy going over to Perth. Like, it really drove a lot of attention to expansion and what the league was becoming, going from the New South Wales Rugby League to the ARL. And I think that's sort of what PNG and Perth are going to have to do. We are diluting. I think we can do it, but you might need some of those players from rugby and outside in England to come over and fill those roster spots.
It's going to be fascinating, because all of a sudden we need rugby players to fill those spots in Perth, and then rugby's thinking we need rugby league players for R360.
Okay, just before we go to the news with Amy Drew and then, of course, Nathan with the sport, I haven't yet spoken to you about the R360. Do you see it as a legitimate threat, AP?
I don't think it's an existential threat.
No.
So at the moment, the NRL player managers are the ones chasing R360 because instead of the 6.5% cut that they get in the NRL, they get 10%.
Do they?
And it's in American dollars. So if you do $1 million deal for Roger Tuivasa-Sheck,
Yep.
you're copping
100.
You're copping 100. So for that reason, like they don't know who Kalen Ponga is really. Like they need to get a certain amount of top tier players.
Yep.
It's funded by private equity. They've released a certain amount of funds, and in September, if they hit enough markers, they'll release more funds and say, well, we'll go to the next stage of
Gotcha.
development. If they don't get there, it probably doesn't happen. So they need
What's
to
your gut
do things.
feel?
I think it'll probably get there. They'll need to hit some markers with broadcast. Then they'll have to sign a certain amount of players. And if that happens, we carry on.
Now, our next guest has also been in equal form. Two-time NRLW Premiership winner, if you don't mind. Three-time Māori All-Star player. We're talking about Jasmin Strange in studio. Welcome to the run home. How are you, Jasmin?
Joel, AP, thanks for having me. Bit of work experience today.
Mate, I tell you what, you're
I know how you
ready to
feel.
go. Hey, what a start, eh? 3 from 3. Dad's coaching. All going well.
Yeah, a tough one up in Brisbane on the weekend, but got the win. 3 from 3, looking pretty good.
And he's moved you to the forwards.
Oh, yeah, he's punishing me. I've been giving him too much lip at training, and he's put me in the middle to get bashed around.
What's that, I guess, relationship like? You know, the father-daughter relationship. Like, does it get a bit testy at times?
Oh, I think any girl dad will be able to relate. It's pretty tough working with your daughter, let alone coaching her, but yeah, we get along just fine.
Are you living with mum and dad still?
No, they've moved. Roosters have put us in a house in Coogee, which is actually all right. Yeah, so we're doing pretty well. Mum and dad back on Tumbiumbi on the Central Coast.
Oh, Fletch reckons he used to live in a place in Coogee called the House of Grouse. I hope it's nothing like that place, Jasmin. Well, that's good to know. But you're talking about off-air that coming through, and I actually, well, Dad was a St George junior as well coming through.
Yeah.
But you were talking about some of the kids playing NRL had lived with you guys when they first came to Sydney.
Yeah, because Dad actually ran the Central Coast Roosters pathway, so I think a lot of the boys that came over from New Zealand and Queensland actually came and stayed in the Tumbiumbi house. You know, it's a bit of a big property there, basketball court, footy field, pool, so a bit of fun for them. And yeah, now they're playing NRL. It's pretty good to see.
So who are some of those players?
Siwa Wong, Benaya, Blake Steep. He's one of the main ones that he lived with us for a couple of years actually. So yeah.
Who was the biggest grub out of that lot?
The biggest grub? Oh, see, yeah, all the Islander boys, they're pretty shy. They're real well behaved, but I reckon living with Blake for a while, yeah. He gets it by default. He's all right.
Now, tell me this, right? Are we going to see a first where, I believe it's a first, yourself and Ethan both playing in a grand final on the same day? Can you see that happening?
Oh, how good would that be?
Yeah.
That would be unreal, you know. I'll probably be more nervous for Ethan's game than myself on that day, to be honest, so it might give me something to distract me.
Wow.
Tell us about the move into the back row. Like, what adjustments have you had to make, not just on the field, but off it as well?
Yeah, spent the off-season putting on a cheeky 9 kilos. So if you can't tell by these big biceps, had to put on a few kegs.
Not hard to put 9 kilos on, I can tell you firsthand.
Can you teach us how to lose it?
I know how to find it, I just don't know how to lose it. And just before we go back to the rugby league stuff, the Beer Footy Food Festival coming up on Saturday. Now, you're an ambassador for the Beer Footy Festival this Saturday at Henson Park. That's a cracking day, isn't it?
Oh, how good does that look? Even just looking at the promo videos, you know, they've got wrestlers, they've got hundreds of different types of beers, they've got all the food trucks, they've got the footy on, but, you know, everyone's probably going to be just getting around their mates on that day. It looks awesome, doesn't it?
Looks great.
Absolutely. And we talk about not just football, but representative football. Like, you are in this really unique position where you can play for either England, New Zealand or Australia. You're eligible for all three. What are your thoughts?
Oh, just see who picks me, to be honest. I'll just focus on having a good year this year and, see who someone hopefully puts their hand up to take me. But, I don't mind. I've represented my New Zealand side with playing Māoris, so that's my grandma, you know. I've been in the pathways for New South Wales, so that's another option. But then, England. I think they've just pulled out of the test against the Australian girls, though. So they're just versing, like, Wales and that.
Okay.
So, we'll see what happens. A lot of comms happening around that.
Wow. And to tell you what, having played in the back row, that makes you very, very valuable Jasmine. Like, you can play pretty much anywhere now.
Yeah, well, as you saw by my kick that I just dropped out of my hands on the weekend, I probably won't be starting 7. Taryn probably doesn't have to worry about that coming back. But, yeah, wing, centre, back row, just honestly put me wherever and I'll have some fun.
Oh, by the way, too, this is the last round, folks, of Try July.
Yes.
So the NRLW girls, your team, they've been absolutely superb.
Did you see the Canberra one?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
They've been
Outrageous.
great.
Outrageous.
They've been excellent.
Has anyone done the Coldplay thing yet?
Yes.
The
Yes.
Coldplay, that's been done?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Very
Yes.
good.
Yes. Any other tricks up your sleeve? Or?
Well, for the Try July,
Yeah.
I think I carried on a bit too much with my try last week. Honestly, I think I'm barred from that now.
Well, I don't know about that. Your brother. Let's go back to your brother, Ethan. How close were you two growing up?
Yeah, we were both definitely pretty aggressive kids. So I know we had a few wrestles and we actually used to really like WWE, which is so
Did ya?
random. Yeah, so we used to get all the kids from the estate that we lived in and we'd all have WWE fights on the trampoline, like 6 of us. So yeah, that's probably where he gets a bit of his wrestle and tackle tech from there. But yeah.
Wow. Let's do this, please, Chris. Let's do this, please.
Getting to know you, getting to know
Okay.
all about
Jasmin Strange, away from rugby league. You got a bit of downtime. How do you spend that normally?
You know what? I'm actually a nerd. Either crocheting, going to the beach. I don't know. I like cooking and I like eating more than I like cooking.
Do
But
ya?
yeah, that just comes with it.
We have a rugby league crocheting back rower.
Yes.
What about that?
That's a first.
That's got to be a first.
On the market, off the market? Partner? No partner?
Oh, I am on the market. I'm actually concerned that I'm going to be single forever at this
Really?
point.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's been a few years. The last boyfriend that I had actually lied about knowing who I was.
What?
So I thought I just rizzed him up at the pub.
Yeah.
Come to find out, about 3 weeks later, his mum tells me, do you know that he found out you were at this place and him and his friends actually ran there to see if you were actually there and he's
Wow.
lied about. So I have PTSD of that. So I'm happy off the market.
There you
Can I
go.
just say that there's no way that that'll be the case for much longer. You've got like over 100,000 Instagram
Do ya?
followers.
Yeah, I've racked him up a bit.
So,
Wow.
so how long does that take? Because you'd have people
Well-
that are, whether it be other girls looking up to you that want to follow in your footsteps, or perhaps
Yeah.
other types trying to slide into your DMs.
See, I definitely got a bit of a boost after I tackled that guy in the pub on our Mad Monday for night. So I think I got like 10,000 followers from that. And then, yeah, I think my little scuffle in the grand final as well, I think I got about 4,000. So they just keep clocking up slowly.
Okay, nice. Big numbers. Tell us, favourite movie.
Favorite? Oh, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I don't know if anyone that knows that
I
movie.
know that.
Yes.
Yeah, that used to be my go-to movie growing up. Yeah, or Harry
Dick
Potter.
Van Dyke. Fair dinkum.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. What about Harry Potter too, is it?
Harry Potter, that's my go-to now.
Okay. What about dream destination you haven't been to? Where would you like to go?
Haven't been to, probably Japan. I actually took Japanese for 6 years in high school, so I'd definitely like to give that a try.
Okay. What about if and when you meet this partner, what meal would you serve up to them?
Oh,
You
they
really
can
want
cook
to
me a
impress.
meal. They can impress me.
Well,
I'll
what
be
should they
fine.
cook for you then?
Oh, a steak.
Yeah.
Rare.
Rare
It's gotta be
steak.
good, yep.
Okay, all right.
Maybe
what
garlic sauce.
What about in the books you read or anything? Or
Nah, I'm
No.
not a footy player.
okay. What about if you went away for a trip to Japan, for example, and you could take 3 mates from your team? Who would those 3 be?
From my team, I'm going to go Jade Herdigan, Shorten Burton, and I reckon Jamie Frezard just for protection.
Okay. Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
she'll look after
What
us.
about this one? You've just won the comp. It's Mad Monday. Which of your teammates does the NRL Integrity Unit most have to concern themselves
Oh,
with?
no snitches here. Don't worry about that one. Yeah, probably I'm the only one that's gone viral off of a Mad Monday, so I'm going to have to put my hand up there.
Oh, excellent. Any rule changes? Is there anything you don't like about the game? Anything you would change if you were Peter Volandis? Jasmine, is there something that you would like to implement?
Oh, honestly, I'm still learning half the rules when I'm out there. I'm like to the refs, oh, what do we do now? Is it a scrum or a play ball? So I'm definitely not in a position to be making any new rules. Leave that to Brady Parker.
So you started at 15. At that stage, you're still jumping on a trampoline doing wrestling.
Well, it was actually 9s as well. There wasn't even 13s back then.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so myself, Olivia Koenig, the
Yep.
one that, we just played in a random 9s tournament in Berkeley Vale for fun, and then we got picked in Knights Tasha Gale, went through that, then we came to Roosters, so it's been a bit of a whirlwind.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Touch or Oztag coming through, anything like that?
Nah, I was a sprinter,
Yep.
long jumper, triple jumper, but yeah, I wasn't really that into sport because I think my brother and my dad were so into sport that I took an academic path and that's kind of fizzled now.
What's the age difference with you and Ethan?
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
So you said the academic path, and you obviously, the Japanese learning that. What were you sort of Were you studying other stuff?
Yeah, well, I was actually like on scholarship to my school growing up. Yeah, to a private school on the Central Coast, and then I actually went to uni for 2 years to do. I wanted to do just science, but then obviously with footy, logistically that doesn't work doing field studies. So then I changed over to high school science teaching. But yeah, now I've just started my own business, which is pretty cool.
Give that a plug.
Oh, Tiny Tackles. If anyone's got 2 to 5 year old kids and they want to put them in little rugby league programs, it's the cutest thing ever. All the staff love it. We've got all the NRL and NRLW coaches, players coaching it, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, it's a bit of fun. You know, I've always worked in childcare and I love rugby league, so I thought I'd combine them.
Do you use your viral clip as a promo? Is that how you sell it?
Oh, I honestly should. No, we do. I was getting all the little 2-year-olds to pick my Try July celebration.
Oh,
I had
yeah?
them, yeah, we do Try July. We do Try celebrations as one of our drills. So yeah, all the 2 to 5 year olds were trying to give me some ideas. That was good.
We were talking about advice for Peter V'landys. You would have seen the Test match played at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas.
I commentated that. I was up in the top view.
I was going to ask you, what did you
'cause your
think
brother
of
was
that?
there.
And what was it like for you commentating on that, seeing the first time that women have played in the US Rugby League?
Yeah, it was a bit of a tricky one because obviously it was a bit of a blowout. But yeah, it was really good to see all the girls over there. And my friend Georgia Roach was playing in the English team and I was hammering her the whole time saying she was going really well. And then she got that try at the end, which was pretty nice for him. But yeah, it was a bit of fun after too.
What's the solution for that? Like, what's the women's game that everyone would want to see over there? Because obviously, as you said, it was a bit lopsided with the Test match. Is it a case of, do we have a grand final replay or a World Cup challenge? Or what's the best way to advertise that in Las Vegas if we do it again?
You know, I think Origin is obviously pinnacle and the girls, like, they get a lot of viewers behind that and crowds. So I think that would be really good, but that might also distract from the actual matches being over in Vegas. So I think even just taking 2 clubs over there, but, you know, we're going to have to fight because I want the Roosters over there. I want to be over there again for that.
That's exactly right. Hey, look, we have this thing where if the listeners love a guest, they say, keeper. Keeper, keeper, keeper. Everyone wants to keep you. So, Jasmin, this is your debut on SEN Radio. And let me tell you, you, in the old days, would have the Rugby League week rating, wouldn't we, AP? 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out
That's
of
pretty
10.
good. Thank
Excellent,
you
mate.
very
Well done.
much. Thanks for having me.
And, of course, another plug here for the ambassador here, folks, Jasmin Strange. And the Beer Footy Festival is this Saturday at Henson Park. You can simply get involved and search beerfootyfood.com for tickets from $25. How about we get you on grand final week? You and Ethan both ahead of your grand finals. How does that sound?
Sounds good. I'll see you then.
Jasmin Strange of the Roosters, 3-0. They are on fire at the moment. Thank you very much, Jasmin. Thanks
Thanks
for
for
joining us.
having me.